Hello children, welcome back. In the previous class, we studied about the rational numbers. Today, we are going to study about irrational numbers. The numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of P upon Q are called irrational numbers. For example, 3.12476. Here we see this decimal is a non-terminating and a non-recurring decimal. Also, some positive rational numbers which cannot be written as the squares of any rational numbers. For example, under root 2, root 3, root 5, root 15, etc. Here we see that 2, 3, 5 and 15 are not the perfect squares, so their square roots cannot be found easily. So they are termed as irrational numbers. Given below is a chart of real numbers that are made comprise of irrational numbers and rational numbers. Rational numbers are further divided as non-integral rational numbers and integers. Integers are made up of whole numbers and negative integers. Whole numbers comprise of the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and the number 0. Now, there are some facts about real numbers. What are those facts? Real numbers obey all the laws of algebra. Every real number has a negative real number. 0 is its own negative number. The sum, difference, product and quotient of a rational number and an irrational number are irrational. Again, the sum, difference, product, quotient of two irrational numbers need not be irrational. Between two unequal real numbers, there are infinite real numbers. Now we have the concept of rationalization. Rationalization of a plus root b. We have a plus root b and the product of a minus root b. When we multiply 2, over here we see that the identity can be used. We have a plus b and a minus b. So it reduces to a square minus under root b whole square, which comes out to be a square minus b. The result is a rational number. Thus, by multiplying an irrational number a plus root b by another irrational number a minus root b, we get a rational number. Here, a minus root b is the rationalizing factor of a plus root b and the vice versa. That is, a plus root b is the rationalizing factor of a minus root b. That was the first case. In the vice versa, we can say a minus root b is the rationalizing factor of a plus root b. The irrational number a minus root b is also called the conjugate irrational number or the conjugate of a plus root b. Now let's solve some questions. We have rationalized the denominator. That is, we can see the denominator is having an irrational number. So we need to rationalize it. Rationalize means we need to remove the under root sign from the denominator. For this, let's take up the example. We have 1 upon 3 minus root 2. To rationalize the denominator, what we do is we multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the given denominator. That is, we had 3 minus root 2. So what would be the conjugate of 3 minus root 2? That is 3 plus root 2. So we multiply by 3 plus root 2 in the numerator and the denominator. So we get 1 upon 3 minus root 2 multiplied by 3 plus root 2 upon 3 plus root 2. This gives you 3 plus root 2 upon, below we obtain a identity over here, that is a minus b and a plus b, which reduces as 3 square minus root 2 square. This comes out to be 3 plus root 2 upon 9 minus 2, which again reduces to 3 plus 2 root 2 remains as it is. 9 minus 2 is written as 7 in the denominator. So we get 1 upon 7 multiplied by 3 plus root 2. Next, we have root 7 minus root 5 upon root 7 plus root 5. Again, the same question, rationalize the denominator. So what we do is multiply by the conjugate of root 7 plus root 5. The conjugate is root 7 minus root 5. It's in front of you. You can see in the above numerator, you see that the identity is being made, that is a minus b whole square. So we get root 7 minus root 5 whole square. In the denominator, we have the identity a plus b, a minus b, that is a square minus b square. Over here, we get root 7 whole square minus root 5 whole square, which turns out to be, on expansion, in the numerator, we get 7 plus 5 minus 2 root 7 into root 5 upon 7 minus 5. Further simplifying, you get 12 minus 2 root 35 upon 2. From the numerator, we can take out 2 as a common factor. Taking 2 as a common factor, we are left with 6 minus root 35 upon 2. 2 in the numerator and 2 in the denominator cancels out. So the number is reduced to 6 minus root 35. That is your answer. Next concept, or the next type of question that we have is, find the values of a and b if 5 plus 2 root 3 upon 7 plus 4 root 3 is equals to a minus b root 3. Now, the same concept we use over here is, we rationalize the denominator, and whatever answer we'll obtain will equate to a minus b root 3. Proceeding with the same manner by multiplying by the conjugate of 7 plus 4 root 3. The conjugate is 7 minus 4 root 3. So, we multiply the numerator by 7 minus 4 root 3 and the denominator by 7 minus 4 root 3. In the numerator, we obtain 35 minus 20 root 3 plus 14 root 3 minus 24, which reduces to 11 minus 6 root 3. In the denominator, we have 7 square minus 4 root 3 whole square. When you are equating 4 root 3, you are solving this, you get 4 4s are 16, root 3 into root 3 is 3, 16 3s are 48. So we are left with 49 minus 48 in the denominator. That is, we get 11 minus 6 root 3. Now comparing 11 minus 6 root 3 with the given value a minus b root 3 on the right hand side, we get a as 11 and b as 6. The last type of question is, rationalize the denominator when you have 3 terms in the denominator as 1 upon root 3 minus root 2 minus 1. In such type of questions, we take 2 terms in a bracket and leave the other one, so that it reduces to 2 terms combination. We get 1 upon root 3 minus root 2 in one bracket and minus 1 separately. So root 3 minus root 2 acts as a single number. So the conjugate will be root 3 minus root 2 plus 1. So we'll multiply by root 3 minus root 2 plus 1 in the numerator as well as in the denominator. We obtain in the numerator root 3 minus root 2 plus 1, and in the denominator we have root 3 minus root 2 whole square minus 1 whole square. I have just written 1 over here because 1 square is 1. When you expand root 3 minus root 2, you get 3 plus 2 minus 2 root 6, and minus 1 is written as it is. 3 plus 2 gives you 5. 5 minus 1 will give you 4. So the fraction becomes over here is root 3 minus root 2 plus 1 upon 4 minus 2 root 6. Again, the denominator has an irrational number, so we'll further rationalize it by the same concept, that is multiplying by the conjugate of the denominator. The denominator here is 4 minus 2 root 6. So you multiply again by 4 plus 2 root 6. On the multiplication and simplification further, the given quantity gets reduced to minus 1 by 4 bracket root 2 plus 2 plus root 6. Thank you, children. Now you can solve the given exercise. Also, the answers are provided so that you can cross-check your solutions. Thank you.